You asked.
Bigger Belmont badass, Simon or Trevor?
Simon, as long as you ignore his portrayal on the Captain N cartoon series.
Your preferred sequel, Super Mario Bros. 2, Doki Doki Panic with Mario characters, or Super Mario Bros. 2 Lost Levels?
I prefer the Doki Doki Panic version, the version we got in America. Even Howard Phillips at Nintendo said that the Lost Levels version, with its wind and the poison mushrooms, he said it discourages players from the same free-form sense of adventure you have in the original Super Mario Brothers, where you can run full steam ahead and it's this really daring adventure, and that's really blunted in the Lost Levels. It really kind of squashes the player. And I agree with him. I'm okay with what we got in America. I prefer it. I think Super Mario Bros. 2 is a great game.
In your opinion, what was the greatest ending to an NES game? Conversely, what NES game's ending was the biggest letdown?
Best NES ending? Probably Metroid, because it's a twist ending. Obviously, because Samus was a girl, which no one expected. And there's multiple endings, which is great. Worst ending, I'm going to go with Ghostbusters on the NES, because I loved Ghostbusters as a kid. Seeing that ending after such a crappy game, it really broke my heart. There's a spelling error. It's just one screen of text. I mean, it's every bad ending cliche from the 8-bit era wrapped into one giant mess.
You're playing the NES classic Pro Wrestling. Who is your grappler of choice?
The Amazon.
If you could have the power of any NES era Mega Man master/boss robot, which would you choose?
Honestly, I'd pick Gravity Man. That'd be cool.
When will you be answering these questions?
Right now.
Why do you think Donkey Kong is overrated?
I've just never been a fan of many of the old school arcade style, high score, repetitive kind of games. Some of them I do like. Joust is an example. I enjoy Joust. I can see how Pac-Man is an excellent game. Donkey Kong, it's tough to elaborate precisely. It's just not my thing. It's just something you like or you don't. And I think after playing other games, when you play something like Chrono Trigger or Final Fantasy VI or Super Smash Bros. Or GoldenEye, then you go back to Donkey Kong, I don't feel like playing it a lot more, you know?
Do you know what happened to Sega Legend?
I have no idea. I guess he died.
Was yours and your sister's relationship growing up akin to Dee Dee and Dexter's? AKA, she would come in and annoy you and you would say something equivalent to, "Get out of my laboratory"?
No, not really. Hopefully, we were more likely to try and find a game we could both play together. But if not, yeah, I'd yell at her to get out of my room.
Have you ever met anyone from the internet in real life?
All the time. Aren't we all from the internet now?
What is the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow?
African or European?
California raisins. Yay or nay?
Yay.
How did you meet Andrew Carreiro, and how did the idea for One More Castle come about?
I'm not sure how, and I may have to ask him this, but at some point Andrew noticed NintendoLegend.com, and at the time I was using a very generic WordPress theme. He offered to improve the design. He did a great job. So we continued communicating about the site and some of its functionality. And eventually I came to him with an idea. I was like, I like the NES. What if I started a collaborative website where multiple contributors could write about the NES? And it was Andrew who said, why don't you think bigger and just go for retro gaming overall? And I was like, yeah, we should do that. That's where One More Castle came from.
Would you rather eat one good slice of bacon or 10 okay slices of bacon?
10.
I know it's probably a ways off, but what is your project after Nintendo Legend going to be? Or have you thought about it?
I have thought about it, and the more I think of it, the more I realize I don't think I'll just pick one big new project. I think I'll just have more time to diversify, to do better videos, to write more freelance features, to treat it more as a general blog with updates of just my thoughts, but keep it around as an NES resource.
Is 10 questions too many?
Apparently not. And that's it. Thanks for watching.